Hey, what's going on, YouTube land? This is your boy TJ, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Wrestling Nostalgia. And today, I want to talk about Lita's heel run. Is it underrated? Let's talk about it. So, with Lita's heel run, I remember I seen a tweet on Twitter, probably like a week or two ago, and I didn't even think about making content on YouTube about it or anything. But then as I was going through different thumbnails and stuff, it just came to me and I was just like, wow, I'm thinking about the tweet and stuff. I was like, I think this would be an interesting topic to talk about because, to be honest, it is underrated. She did a phenomenal job at being a heel. She came off convincing. Her promos were better. She was a lot more, I don't know, it gave her some more oomph. If, you know, if you understand what I'm saying, it gave more pizzazz to her and her mystique because people don't really know a whole lot about her. She's kind of relatively private and very quiet. Even to this day, she doesn't really post up on social media a whole lot of times. She's a very private person. So with that being said, with everything, the reason why it is underrated to me is because it's not really talked about a whole lot. And this is the reason why. I feel like with her heel turn, it was by happenstance. It was not planned. It wasn't anything that WWE creatives you know what? I think we want to just go ahead and turn you heel. It was totally by accident. So this is what happened. Lita was in a long-term relationship with Matt Hardy. I was gonna say former Hardy Boys. No, he's forever gonna be a Hardy Boy. You will forever be bonded with Jeff Hardy. So, member of team, I could say former member of Team Extreme, far as the three of them together goes. So, tag team specials, all that other good stuff. So, Lita and he were both in a long-term relationship. Lita had ended up getting injured at New Year's Revolution back in 2005. So that was around the time when everything came out months later that, Edge was kind of also taking care of Lita because, like I said, she had to nurse her ACL injury, her leg injury. So he ended up getting close to Lita as well. But I don't know if you guys remember because I I had a DVD, not DVD, VHS of Lita, and I remember it was called It Just Feels Right. I don't know if any of you guys remember that, but it just feels right. So in the video, whatever, he was also featured in it, and he who was it? She was in the dressing room, and I guess they were shopping together because they always were friends and things like that, and they hung together. They all hung together. The Hardys, Edge and Christian, Lita, all of them, they were all friends or whatever. So he ended up going shopping with her, and one day I guess she was getting outfits or whatever for the ring. So she was coming up with her own little look, and she was all "Oh, you like this?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, that looks good." And the way he you could kind of tell she was kind of mimicking him and he was kind of flirting with her. So even then, I think he's kind of had a thing for her back in the 2000s. Back in year 2000, that's when she got into broke into the WWE. So even then, I believe he was married, so he didn't really do anything. And then, like I said, she was in a relationship. So then, fast track into 2005, Lita was injured. She was getting nursed by Matt Hardy. They were living together. So then Lita was still in WWE because she was still it was her, Christy Hemme, and Trish the lead up to WrestleMania. For real, Lita, if she didn't get injured, her and Trish were supposed to have a one-on-one match at WrestleMania. And can you believe they never had a one-on-one match at WrestleMania? That should be a crime, for real. Maybe we'll get it this year. I don't know. I'll be here for it though. But anywho's, so basically, Christy Hemme took the spot. She basically ushered her in and said that she was training. Lita was training Christy Hemme. Of course, that didn't pan out at WrestleMania. She lost. So she was still in storyline, even though she was injured. But at the time, Edge and Lita were getting kind of cozy with each other, and she had another phone. So Matt Hardy, I guess, while she was asleep, he wound up finding another phone and the other phone, and he wound up seeing text messages that they were saying they love you and everything like that, and it looked like they were more than just friends. So he wound up talking to her about it, and then the rest is history. And at the time, I didn't understand like why the fans, when Lita came out one night, when it was supposed to be a rivalry, it was supposed to be Lita, Trish, Viscera, and Kane. So it was supposed to be a segment where like Lita comes out, get called out by Trish Stratus, and I was just like, why is everybody booing her? Because at the time I wasn't like on the blogs or like kept up with the product like that. Whatever I see like on the internet, if I happen to see it, I see it. But that flew by, so I didn't know what was going on or why she was getting booed. But I didn't find out until like it actually WWE board of directors or no WWE creative came up with the storyline with Lita, Matt, and Edge. The love triangle that they had going on. That's when I found out. I was like, oh, okay, so then I put two and two together. But at the time, I didn't understand what was going on. So basically, her heel turn was by happenstance, and like I said, it was plagued with a lot of like controversy because of everything that was going on in her personal life, and it came to real life, and then it came real life on screen in real time like in WWE. But what we didn't know, it was the fact that Edge did ask for Matt Hardy to get his job back, and then them to be in the storyline together. Matt Hardy agreed, and then that's how we seen the storyline, the love triangle. They was even featured on WWE magazine. It seems like such a long time ago, 2005. Oh my goodness, I believe I bought the magazine those years ago. Like I used to be very like I used to read the magazines and everything. Like, but like I said, I didn't know at the time that's what happened, and I still was lost. I was lost at that time. Why like everybody was just like boo to her, like. And then another reason why like it's frowned upon, like, or not really talked about like that, because Lita probably still to this day, I don't know how she feels about it now, but I don't think she looks at it that fondly. Maybe now she does, but definitely when it was happening in real time, even after the fact, people still was like giving her hell, like sending her delete yourself messages, all that other stuff. So she doesn't look at it fondly because of the fact that everything that was going on with the heel turn, it didn't come with a lot of good perks with it. Like people were like really like on Matt's side, even after Matt wasn't even like on the same show with her, with Edge or Lita. They still were like giving her like this vitriolic like hatred, and I was like, God, they really do not like her. Like, and they would just like all type of slut chants and hoes and everything like that. So she doesn't look at it fondly because, like, I mean, that's just like, just imagine like the most traumatic things that like you ever been through in life or at a job, and like things that came with it. You probably wouldn't look at it too fondly either. So she doesn't really talk about it a whole lot. I mean, and then on top of that, she doesn't really talk that much either, unless like, she's on interview segments or something like that, or sometimes like on YouTube, like they'll have her, have interviews and things. But other than that, like she doesn't really talk about it too much from what I've seen. I haven't seen her be like, oh yeah, being a heel, oh, that was awesome. Like, no, it was not. It was horrible. And she will even tell you herself it was not good. Like, she used to get like a bunch of threats and everything. Like, it was not good. Like, those fans really loathe that woman. And I'm glad that like now she's like in a better place. And she is so far removed from 15, almost 20 years ago from when it happened. Oh, wow. It is almost 20 years ago, like 2005. So if the next year will be 20 years. So I'm glad that like she's so far removed from that part of herself and that version, and that like the fans are more so on a good note, because like that was a long time ago. Matt ain't even like, that man is married and kids and everything. Like, Lee did not think about it. Edge is in a happy relationship as well with Beth Phoenix with kids. Like none of them are like, I'm still like, or at least not like when it was happening in real time. So the reason why it is not Lita's Hill run isn't talked about enough or is underrated, or at least in my opinion, is because like for one, everything that it came with, the way that it happened, wasn't meant to happen. It was by happenstance, and she's not even really that too fondly about it, or really want to talk about it a whole lot, or she doesn't look at it like, that was a good old funky time. Like, no, she's not. She will tell you herself it was hell. Like, it was hell on earth. She did not like it. Just imagine like people you don't know just saying the worst things to you and about you. Like, but like I said, I'm so glad that like she's in a better place in her life, or at least from where I see, like it looks like she's in a better place in her life. Still to this day, one of my favorite women's wrestlers, Hall of Famer, former 4-time women's champion. Last year, she won the women's tag team championships. And I'm just so glad she's in a better place in her life. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? We'll see her at the Royal Rumble. Is she ready to rumble? We gonna see. But anyways, thanks for watching. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe and everything. Let me know down below, what was your favorite heel moment from Lita, if any, and everything like that. And peace. I'm out. Signing out. CJ. All that good stuff. Yeah. Stop your man! 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 You stop